At least we should be able to go somewhere we can definitely find a trinket to sell off.
Hmm.
Ooh, yeah, trinkets.
Yeah, you heard about all the fantastic stuff that people have been bringing back from the expeditions. There's certainly money to be made here. Quick money. And you have heard of the ruins of a bear encampment about a week's travel away.
Yep, we did.
Yeah.
So,
Nomadic recipes.
what kind of preparations are you making to make sure you do reach it and hopefully get back?
No, it's a
Replacement boots, warm clothes, extra socks, and probably extra rations.
We'll need at least 16 per person to make it back and forth. And that's if we're not gonna like kick some
Stay
cans
there
while
for
we're there.
long.
Well, you can also forage on the way.
That would help because I can carry nothing.
Do any of us actually have any relevant hunting skills? Because if we don't, then we'll probably have to
Well,
bring more stuff with us.
well,
Fish are easy to
yes.
come by. Think we can get a fish hook somewhere?
Well, there are plenty of lakes, so.
Yeah, there are plenty of lakes around there. And also, do you have hunt? Do any of you have hunting experience?
I can make a trap for a rabbit, but that's about it.
All right.
I imagine that Brixham has read plenty about hunting methods, but those like, oh, I don't care about this. I want to eat.
The only thing you know how to hunt is books.
And find recipes.
It can't be that difficult to catch a fish, but you are right in that. We should probably prepare our rations.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
At worst, we can make them go longer if we manage to catch something.
I have 3 rations, so I'll last 3 days.
Well, you can also get the nuts and berries. It's not all about hunting, you know.
Ooh, cool. I forgot to roll my uses for books.
As long as you don't get scurvy, get some garlic.
And Como, roll for your starting hit points.
What do I roll?
1d10. It's on your check the sheet. There's the hit die. Ooh. Do you want to burn luck to increase that roll?
Wow.
How would it affect it?
1 for 1.
Yeah, you lower the current 1 by and increase your roll by the same number.
So, depending on the amount of luck points you sacrifice, I get to increase this up to the maximum roll?
Sure.
Okay, well, I ended up with having actually most luck points, I think. Let me look it up.
12 luck.
Yeah, I have 12 luck. Well, I'm a fighter, so I would imagine I would need to at least be able to tank something. So let's take 5 points out of my luck and add to that, so I'm at 8 points.
Nice.
Golly.
On both, so even it out.
All right. Can you do
I can adjust that. So now I'm down to 8 luck points, and my hit points are 8.
Yep.
There you go.
Max, and there's the current. Yeah. Cool. All right. We have a lucky fighter. All right. So, are you going out to buy some rations then, and maybe hunting gear?
Yes, that sounds reasonable. Probably a few rolls of fishing line, a few hooks, because those are easy to lose.
Hmm.
Maybe a small box of bait.
And that can be rolled into the whole. You can get
What
a,
is the season outside right now? Is it like spring, summer, autumn?
let's say spring, since we kind of started spring with the other group. So
Okay, so stuff is thawing out, so we have most of the year to just explore. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
it's a nice starting point.
Yeah, but that would mean that we won't be able to find a lot of berries and such. But that's okay, I suppose.
We should probably also bring some light sources if we're going to go into an encampment.
Well, do any of you have any light spells?
I don't think either of my spells would necessarily glow.
Hmm. Well, I mean,
That's-
flint and steel is fine. And what I'm saying is, do we actually have any sources of light? We should have had one of the team members be a moth. He'd be able to find lamps.
Well, if you look into the basic rules, there's a marketplace, and you can check the prices in there for stuff you want to buy.
I think I'll put down another 5 rations. Increase my weight, but having at
Alright.
I
least
can
enough for the
carry
return
those, I
trip is
suppose.
nice.
Is the carry weight managed by strength?
Yes.
The carry rate
Okay.
is 4 plus strength.
4
It,
plus strength.
But a lot of things
Well,
don't weigh anything.
Do rations weigh anything?
The base carry thing depends on your class.
Mhm.
It does.
Where did I check the carry weight again? On the
Um,
sheet. Oh, there you go. Capacity.
Yep.
Capacity load 10 plus multiplier. Cool.
Holy heck.
so yeah, there's a
Actually, yeah,
carry.
that's fine. Well, if we
So,
find something valuable, one of you will have to carry it, or have to ditch stuff, or we'll have to reorganize.
well, you could also maybe sell your shield since you apparently are not planning on using it.
Yes,
It has.
shields are need, but like it's a fashion statement at this point.
We could give a shield to
I am
someone
not.
else, although I can't carry it at this point.
A shield.
Well, assuming this is like the medieval shield, you wouldn't want to actually get rid of it because shields are expensive, especially if they're well made.
Regular shields are 25 silver pieces, so.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
It is fairly expensive and weighty.
Well, I got a big metal stick to hit people with, so I would imagine I can either give my shield to somebody else or ditch it altogether.
Oh, does Yuri want the shield?
I mean, I guess that my flail can be used with one hand, I hope. In which
Yeah.
case, I have one hand spare. I shall be your shield. Better with a
Okay.
shield.
I'm gonna strap all the shields too.
All right.
So how would we transfer that? Okay, I'm gonna delete shield.
Yep.
Weight 2, carry it. Yeah, and I would like you to move it too.
Well, you can also, there's the modify button that lets you delete an entry. You don't have to delete the.
There is one?
Yeah, when you look down, there's the modify button. Which there should
1
be.
second. Oh, there you go. It was just like at the disappeared by the side of the screen. There we go.
Yeah, it's oddly wide. This character sheet. So then Yuri can shield. It has 2 weight and it adds +1 to your armor.
Heck and heck.
Last one. Okay. So who's buying what? You can just like wander into the marketplace and just buy all the normal stuff.
Well, like I
Yes.
said, I'm buying enough rations that I have 8, which so that I can make the trip home if necessary.
Like anything that isn't rare, you can just go out and buy.
Well, I only have 6 silver pieces left, so.
Okay,
Not
so my carrying capacity is 8, I'm guessing.
Yep.
You could buy a snare
And
or a trap for a couple of silver pieces.
your carrying capacity is 8 and you're carrying 7.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would like to go for like a fish who can string
Hmm?
with sunlight, and I guess I could just forage up a stick to dangle the string from.
You could just buy a fishing pole for 3 silver pieces.
You don't
Yep.
really need a fishing pole. You just find a flexible tree and then you just make a trap. Once the fish bites it, you just kind of whacks it out the water. I'm starting to think that I know a little bit more about hunting and fishing than your character does. But yeah, you only really need the fishing line and the hook. You really don't really need anything else because you can
Well,
find everything else in the wilderness. So you don't have to carry extra weight.
well, yeah, that
Well, the
was my
pole weighs
point.
nothing, so.
Oh, if
Yeah.
it weighs nothing, then we can. Wow, we can actually. You know what? We can destroy the entire economy and just sell poles. Since they weigh nothing, we have infinite transporting capacity.
I mean, the
Well,
GM probably is going to say that 5 poles weigh 1.
yeah, it would start weighing something at some point.
Hmm.
We're going to undercut the fishing pole market.
We're gonna start making poles out of precious materials because for some reason, apparently, in this world, poles weigh nothing. So we're converting
Well,
material into infinite energy.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
come on now.
negligible like the 4 rations. So
Safi, how many rations do you have, by the way?
How many? What do I
and I
have?
have 4, so I like presume I'm going to buy 1 more pack of 5 and the pole, and that's about as much as I can carry.
Yeah, you were talking a little bit over yourselves there.
Oh, by the way, do we have any previous history with each other, or did we just meet, basically?
Well, do you? That's entirely up to you. Have you been traveling together before?
Well, I have been with Safi, I
Yeah.
think. Well, I mean, in other games, but like,
In character.
that's up
is the
to
important part here.
yes. So what do you think? Have we been or have we not been traveling together?
I think it's fine if we've hit the streets a few times.
I guess you could have like arrived to town together, at least.
Met along
What
the
about
way.
Minami? What about Minami?
Jeez. I presume my character was one to. Okay, we arrived town together, and I haven't been on as many trips with y'all as you two have together, but this time we are setting out together. Because my character was more interested in staying around for at first.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he's Yuri buying a fishing pole then for himself?
Oh yeah. And also presumably 5 more rations.
All right.
So
How
I'm
many
going
do
to-
we have in total?
I have 8.
I'm going to have 9.
Okay. I suppose I'm going to bring mine up to 8, so we'll buy 5 more. How much would that cost?
Rations are 3 silvers for 5 uses.
3 silvers for 5 years, so down 3 silvers, I go down to 18, and now I have 8 rations in total. Okay.
And
Okay, and I should... How much is the pole?
also 3 silvers.
Okay.
And also every 5 rations weighs 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 1 extra weight. Okay.
Okay, so I have 4 silver, which I don't think allows me to carry much more. Uh,
Alright. Alright. So, thinking we are pretty much done with the gearing up then, unless you still have something you want to buy.
Other than the cloak, not really.
All right.
Probably woolen cloak, a cloak in case the rain starts or something.
All right, you're setting out into the frontier. I should give you some kind of token.
Do you have a name for our team?
Oh yeah. Do you call your group something?
Ooh.
I have a few names, but they're probably not particularly appropriate for a group of 3 people.
Like the other group briefly went with Murder Hobo. And
Murder hobos. We're not hobos.
and what was the other? Oh yeah, Bleeding Wound, while they were predominantly evil.
We're the Culinary Cloakers. Which kind of sounds like a football team.
Okay, that sounds good. From a culinary school.
Magna cum laude all across the board.
Culinary Cloakers.
How about Broke Brigade? It has alliterative appeal, and we're not very rich.
yeah.
Sure, we'll just call
Sure.
each other after however much money we have.
Well, does everyone agree on this? Actually.
Sure. Oh, cool.
I
Okay.
like it.
Then we're known as the Broke Brigade.
All right then. Broke Brigade strikes out.
So we head into a land of bones.
Ooh. Okay, so you are setting out into a dangerous unknown. And
Where we I'm sorry, it just sounds a little silly. We step out of the little inn, which is a prancing pony. It's a common neighborhood in a little worker town, and narrator is like, "It's the great unknown." It's like we just stepped out. Jesus.
We ain't even into the frontier itself.
It's like every door you walk out of. Even like the bathroom door.
Oh, it's just the stress talking, right? We're just so terrified that every little noise and sound is like a monster.
To be fair, we're not exactly the most durable guys.
Dangers unknown.
Well, you see, if we ever meet a bear or a dragon or something, the key to success is having someone slower than you.
Which is probably me.
Yes.
He'll go as he lived, eating.
Okay. Which way are you going, and how are you going about it?
With tankards full of mead, loudly rowdying, even as it's been several days. No.
Ooh.
Which it hasn't yet. Okay, well, we can see the spire in the distance, and that's pretty much the direction of the bear place we've heard about.
Still a couple days distant, but it is high enough for you to see it from down.
Okay, maybe not.
That's
Well,
very high.
Well, we
Nice
did
spire.
establish where the closest ruin was
You?
with the bear people.
Yeah. So, in which direction are you going, and are you going just as quickly as you can, cautiously, or while making sure the way back is safe?
Well, the current territory is not exactly like completely uninhabited lands.
yeah, like for now we are like still on the edge of the known lands where probably there's farmland and whatever, so ish.
Yeah, you can pass through this portion pretty quickly.
Also, roads are probably not particularly well in the spring.
And get like
Walking down the road, it's been a few days. How's the weather around here anyway? Does it rain little itty bitty bones?
It's a knife storm.
Oh no! What the hell is a knife storm?
Since this is your first trip, it takes you 2 days about to get to the edge of the unknown land. So you're traveling by no safe routes for this portion.
Yeah.
Who's taking the lead in this?
Me?
Okay, give me a 2d6 roll.
I'm smushed in between
All of us?
two, but
No, just Minna, just Uri. Ooh.
Yay!
All right, you get a point of experience.
yay!
Okay.
Well, there's not much happening yet, but it has started to rain pretty heavily, but by the time you get here,
My turban.
get to the edge here.
What? Is it raining knives?
Well, there's some hail in it, so slightly, yeah.
So I suppose the magic, the ice tower is actually affecting the weather.
Yeah, you are kind of close to it.
I'm going to stare at it menacingly.
All right. Right. And who's going to be managing your provisions for this trip?
I suppose everybody is for themselves unless they overeat, in which case we'll have to put everything together and then plan for a trip back.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Portly is a glutton, so please do not let him manage the rations.
You're on a diet from now on.
okay. So is Uri the one in charge of rations then?
Okay.
I suppose I will.
All right. Give me a intelligence roll to manage your group's provisions for this trip.
Oh jeez, intelligence test on me. Hold on. I feel like my modifier on that is like negative. Yep, mine. So, how many Ds? 2d6 minus 1?
Well, you can just click on the dice icon next to your intelligence,
Oh, I see. Okay.
next to
That
the
will do.
board. Ooh. All right. Well, you get another point of experience.
Wow, okay, I should be marking this somewhere.
There is a part of your sheet where you can mark them.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Yep, there's the whole nice experience points dot tracker.
You're going to be level
Yeah.
2 before the rest of us.
Moving up in the world, huh?
Nice.
Okay. Hmm. What goes here? Hmm. Hmm. Let me. Where's the? I should have a thing for this. Okay. Give me a mo. As I check what would happen
Right.
here.
Should we screw around with like keeping watch tonight?
Sure.
Well, assuming if the area is safe, then we don't really need to. But let's do it anyway, just in case.
Right. If we are camping out by a water place like a stream or a lakeside, then I guess we can also fish while on the watch.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a proper foraging they takes a day, and you also consume two. You consume 2 rations on this trip.
Oh, no.
In total or each?
Each of you.
Well, it has been 2 days.
Yeah, and
Click.
and Uri's cooking attracts some unwanted attention.
What kind of attention?
Well, while you're cooking, enjoying your meal, the smell of it attracts something low. The ground starts shaking slightly, suddenly.
Jeez.
Oh no! Did we attract an earthquake? I didn't know earthquake were attracted by food.
It's gone. You can hear something to the west. You are kind of beyond the next hill that way.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Is that a monster coming over the hill?
Well, you can hear kind of loud sniffling, like.
Oh
Me
no!
smell
A person
cold.
with allergies.
Me smell food.
Oh no!
Thump,
It can talk.
thump. What are you going to do?
Well,
Hmm.
whatever it is large enough to cause rumbles. I don't want to face that.
Yes, I would move towards the nearest tree line and try to conceal myself.
All right. Give
And I
me
would-
a
Yeah?
Give me a dexterity roll.
Dexterity roll.
And what is Prixim doing? All right, you hide yourself away in the nearby
signal-
copse of trees.
Brixham kind of
And
clings to Como to like hide.
I'm hiding behind a tree. You're hiding behind me. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, okay. Should I make a separate roll to...
What are you doing?
Well, presumably hiding also, making well,
All right,
little mark into...
all right. You can also make a dexterity.
Okay.
Guess you can get a +1 on that from Komos.
Shite.
Huh? You can well, I said you get a +1 forward from Komo's example, so that's not an entire complete failure. Becomes a 7.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you also feel that you are hidden, but you'll see how well that goes. And pricks him.
Like I said, I'm huddled up to Como. Like wherever he's hidden, I'm hidden a little bit further. Because I'm not interested in looking at this thing.
Right. Well, yeah, you can also make a dexterity with +1 forward.
A 7. I got a 1 and a
so-
6.
All right. So yeah, Como managed to camouflage himself pretty well in this very short span of time, and you two kind of try and follow his example.
Yeah, I guess wearing this chainmail isn't helping me stay camouflaged with the jangling and all. Oh,
Just
well.
put a cloak over it. Preferably, the same color as your surroundings.
Okay.
Also, interestingly enough, we still have we can still hear the city sounds from all the way.
Oh yeah, I thought to turn those off. Oops, so. There we go.
That's better.
Nice.
It is raining. Yeah. And from where you are hiding, you see a very large figure cresting the hill, dressed in simple clothing. Ooh. Well, what are we? Looks like some campers have scurried away.
Is it possible for us to identify the figure? Is it something we've seen before?
Let's see. Make a know something roll.
How would I do that?
Probably intelligence.
Just intelligence?
Yep.
Okay. I have no idea.
Whoa. Double ones and -2.
Jeez. When
All
do
right.
I...
Yeah, that is an ogre. They are known to be voracious man-eaters.
Oh no.
Shit, we should have picked chicks.
Yes, you can now see the giant lout crouching down near your campsite, sniffling at the ground.
Why would there
You
be a
smell-
man-eater this far away from civilization, though? Although I
Well,
guess
that-
cats like fish, but they don't hunt it.
Hmm. Me smell human. Oh, me smell pointy ear.
Oh no, that's me.
It's interesting that it is capable of identifying the smells with supposedly living away from civilization.
I imagine
know-
that enough have come through. You know, like this is we're close enough.
There's enough food traffic. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, there are people going to the frontier to hunt for valuable bones pretty
Yeah.
regularly. What are you doing now? You are hiding in the bushes while this giant creature is making a wreck of your campsite.
Well, I still have the stuff on me. It's just the food that he is wrecking.
Yeah,
So
like
supposedly, if nothing goes wrong, if we don't reveal ourselves and don't get into a fight, then we can afford to let him do that. But if we actually have some valuables lying around there, then we should probably engage.
I'm not even sure if we have any tents or bedrolls or anything. So
I think one of you has. Oh yeah, Como has a bedroll on him.
Yep.
Goddamn.
I like sleeping in actual comfort.
Okay, and Brixim also has a bedroll.
My bed.
Meanwhile, Uri has a shoulder bag.
yeah, I mean that's a pillow.
Yeah, pillow with all of your stuff in it.
What do we do?
So I just going to try and wait the giant out.
I mean,
Okay.
we're baby boys.
Well, do we actually stand a chance in a fight?
Against an
Hmm.
ogre.
Well, it he is very large.
So is my sword.
He is very quite big and intimidating looking.
If we
Can't beat
can't even-
that.
we can't even make it 2 days out of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fully up for an idea of just letting him take whatever and just pissing off.
All
Yeah, I
right.
mean, I'm willing to just try like crawling away quietly.
Okay. I'm getting occasional echo from something. Nah. Okay. Let's say, well, if you are trying to crawl away, there's this kind of heavy rain obscuring you, so you can just get away if you want to, actually, since you are hiding pretty well, and there's the heavy rain concealing your passage.
Yeah.
And the smell as well, so that it cannot really track us down.
Yeah, that's why it's just milling about the campsite, trying to sniff around, but it's not having much success with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you slip away deeper into the woods here, and spend a pretty miserable night in the rain.
Ish.
I told you that's why you wanted to have a cloak.
I mean, I have my priestly robe, and that's what I'm wearing over my chainmail because, yes, it's not really a cloak, but
Yes, it's not a woolen cloak.
Yeah.
So that's your first couple days. Now, yeah, you wake up in the morning, wet, wet, miserable, but possibly still hopeful for the future.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, now, now you are well and truly out of the civilized and somewhat safe territory.
So, just a quick recap. How much stuff did we lose in this?
Well, you lost your rations. No. Well, you used 2 of your rations. I guess, yeah, you used the 2 rations to make the dinner, and you kind of lost most of it. So you are a bit hungry.
Hmm. So
Starting
we
this
basically
morning.
missed a meal.
Yeah, most of it.
Great.
We still have plenty of rations, but we should forage at some point.
Okay.
Just like spend a day on that.
Shoot some slings.
Okay. How are you proceeding from here? Are you going ahead quickly or slowly?
Cautiously.
All right. Cautiously forward. Who's acting as your um, scout? I'm guessing. Yeah.
Who
I
would be the
still
fastest of us?
I still think it should be me because I'm with this armor and shield and so on. I'm probably most prepared to run into something face first.
Okay. And also, we would probably try not to have a campfire on for long or at all.
It's not like one of us can set one in this rain anyway. Oh, it's over. Well, it's not like we had one yesterday, I guess. How did they even cook? Okay. Okay, and plus moving cautiously is a wisdom roll, and that's my best stat, so
Yep. Okay. So you're kind of scouting ahead. So give me a wisdom roll. Nice.
while boxcars now, okay, sure.
Double sixes. Ooh.
You were panicked last time.
Endangering the moment. Okay. You get the trouble ones. Nice. Okay. You get the drop on whatever lies ahead and choose one from the list below. So you get there's a list of 3 things that you can pick from. Just dropping them in Discord. You can choose one of those.
To keep company?
Yeah, you're just kind of chatting with one other party member or kind of keeping to your own thoughts.
Oh, I see. You can gain bond.
Well, I'm not 100% sure how
Gain
one.
enough bonds and it becomes a bondage play.
I like you can keep company with yourself and share your internal monologue.
Well, that's how you go insane. That's easy. You just talk to yourself.
Okay.
You
What
start wearing your sock on your hand and you like draw small eyes on it with a piece of coal.
So what do you want?
Yeah, you get to pick one of those, and you also get a drop on whatever.
The dangers we come across.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you make a discovery along the way? Do you notice something useful about the environment? Or do you spend a good portion of the time chatting with another party member? Or just yourself, kind of, in your thoughts?
I'm thinking about the second option, personally.
Alright. You notice something useful about the environment. Okay. Just what about that one? Well, these trees that you are passing will make for pretty great construction material. If you could, you might be able to sell the location information to people back in town to kind of make a profit on this.
Cool. Our first treasure and its intellectual property.
It's not really
lumber.
intellectual property. It's just information on the location of resources. We're prospectors.
Yeah.
We don't have much use for it, but we have use for gold and such, or well, silver.
Yeah.
And also, on the way, I'm getting a weird echo sometimes. Just hearing myself sometimes. I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's just time warp. You're hearing
I don't
yourself
know
from the
where that's
future.
coming from.
Oh,
Anyway,
it's just
hearing that. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. As you are leading the group forwards, I'm guessing this direction, heading towards encampment. You stop between two hills, as you notice there's a giant. You see a large, what you first thought of it some kind of weird stone formation, but you can't realize it's a big snake that's seemingly made of stone.
A snake.
that
Big
sounds familiar.
Big stony snake
Is it alive?
lying between two hills. And then, as you are looking closer, you can see many of them. There are many stony snakes, kind of
Are
slithering between the hills.
All right.
are they? So they're alive and moving.
Yep, alive, moving. Some of them have these odd blue lights on them. And when
Like
they open
headlamps
them,
or something?
like along the sides, these
Oh,
small,
so like,
soft blue lights.
Hmm.
And also, they seem to be belching smoke occasionally.
are they organic or inorganic?
Well, they look like
Oh,
stone,
they
so
look stony.
inorganic.
It's probably one of those robots. Do they
Yeah,
resemble the toy that we saw?
Well, actually, yes, kind of. Just more weather beaten.
Are they made out of segments?
Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
So, wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Click.
Alright. Yeah, you stare at them hard enough. Yep, they are the way they are moving. They are built into these very fine segments.
Ugh.
You imagine if you were close by them, you could hear them clicking as they move.
Creepy.
Spooky.
although we probably shouldn't. Who made this?
Are they moving with any sort of how would I put it? Purpose, goal, or are they just randomly
Yeah.
rolling around?
Um. Well, from the moving patterns, you kind of imagine they might be resting currently. Like some of them are like patrolling the perimeter. Like you'd guess, but the ones more in the middle of the group are more motionless.
Hmm.
But they
Does it look like they've been moving through the area? Because since they're made of stone, they're probably heavy enough to leave tracks.
Oh yeah.
well, there's a lot of underbrush, and you.
Oh, so it's hard to see. Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
even the underbrush itself should be like torn up by the
Well,
passage
it
of
depends on their
time.
size. How big exactly are those snakes? Like a meter, 10 meters?
I mean, not
Um,
even by length, but rather by diameter. The snake is like a cylinder.
Well, if it's a
Hmm.
meter long and a meter thick, then it's like a very chubby snake.
Yeah.
Well, they are. Actually, yeah. It's kind of how to put this in terms, but they will be human size if you
Hmm.
like just kind of long. They are big.
So these are proper, truly no probes.
Mm.
I mean,
Big
if they
old,
are like as long as a human, but
yeah, as long as human and thick as, let's say, 2 arms put together.
yeah, that isn't all
that
the
makes them
giant.
almost square.
Here's an artistic interpretation of us trying to figure out where the snakes are going.
What the hell? That's a huge snake. Stop.
Yeah, like this snake is actually bigger than the ones that are being described, it feels like.
Just a
Oh,
tiny
no.
bit.
Not all that giant. Well, good thing
Well,
we noticed them.
we exaggerated the stuff to the artist, so he drew a giant snake.
But anyway, here's a valley of big old snakes. Big old
Well.
stone snakes. And because you're scouting, you have a drop on them.
Wait, we got a drop on them?
We're gonna
Yeah.
fight a horde of stone snakes.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how we'll be able to defeat a stone snake that is held together by magic.
Well, you can do what you want with this opportunity.
Well,
You can.
probably study and see if there are if they react to any wildlife.
But they don't look edible, so.
Well, unless you like swallowing stones. I mean, you're not a lizard, right?
I mean, yeah, maybe we could deal with like one of them, but this entire large group, yeesh.
Yeah, there's a veritable horde of these things. And as you are just kind of observing the situation, you do notice there's a deer just kind of walks near the perimeter, guarded by these things, and it gets a face full of smoke. Just bolts away.
Huh. So they're not actively attacking us or anything.
Well, we have the
No,
drop
they
on them,
seem.
so no, not us.
Oh, okay.
So you are just making observations.
Yes, observe them in case we run into more of them later, or if they catch up with us or something. At the very least, we'll know what to do to avoid them.
I wish I had reading supplies.
Well, at the moment they are kind of. Most of them are like pointed in that direction. That northeast direction. So you are You are guessing that they are traveling somewhere.
Heck.
Is it possible to discern the direction? Are they moving in the direction of the settlement?
Give me a wisdom roll.
Say again?
Give me a wisdom roll. Let's
Wisdom.
see.
Well, I collected. Might take a moment.
Hmm. Yeah, you get the sense that these could be a threat to civilization. There's a lot of them, and if they decide to swing around just a little bit, they could become a problem.
Well, okay, fair enough. But has anyone ever mentioned gen snakes before?
Well, there has been mention of all kinds of weird things around here. There was that stony lizard man that some people mentioned, though that was much farther to the south.
Okay.
So you, you have heard of constructs before.
Has the settlement ever been attacked before by constructs?
Let's say yes. There was an incident a few years back. You have heard some people talking about in the pony when it was one time leveled by a bit more a bigger version of the lizard man robot you heard about.
Huh.
Just
Was it
kind of
perchance defeated by Titan Slayers?
it was eventually brought down by the combined effort of the people of Phoenix. It was broken down and used in the reconstruction effort.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like these things are moving towards the settlement with any sort of purpose. They're just here, and they seem chill enough for us to try and not get involved, perhaps. Because if there is, if we can discern that there is actually some sort of immediate threat to the settlement, then maybe we should turn around.
Well,
because if they destroy the town, then we might not be able to reach civilization.
Well, they might become a threat at some point. You don't
let's try to find let's try to find a way to turn them off.
Okay. So what
as
kind
we
of
travel.
Do you have some kind of plan? Do you want to enact now, or just put that on the?
Now, well, once again, observe from the distance and try to see if they have any obvious big button on them that would turn them off.
All right.
Is there? Well, clearly this kind of civilization already had contact with constructs. So, is there any particular detail or weakness of these constructs that we might know about? Like, I don't know, hit it in the eye, and if it shatters, then it's dead, or something like that.
Like the side lights they have. Even so, I would rather if it was possible to lure one of them off and hope they do not share like a hive mind. Then we could investigate one, but if they're just in a big horde, then best thing to do would be to just leave them alone for now. Even if they come after the town, I don't think.
The town is surrounded by walls. Unless these things can dig, I don't think they can do anything.
Okay. Does any of you want to try and remember something about hearing about the constructs because, yeah, there have been encounters with constructs before, so it is plausible you might have heard something about the weaknesses.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
sure.
been scratching my head for a while, so yeah. What should I roll for?
Why not?
Just one person makes the roll, and is, well, I guess you can get help from one other.
Well, my wisdom was crap, so.
Well, this is
Mhm.
intelligence.
Oh, well, my intelligence is even worse.
Yep.
So I'm guessing Brixim trying to recall some.
He'll think for a minute.
Okay.
I mean, he often eats lusciously, so many people join his tables.
Something useful about the subject.
Brixham is grumpy today, probably because he had to miss the meal last
He missed his meal, Como. Food was stolen from him.
time.
If they
Can I have
ever
some
find that
wine?
ogre again and he has a means of destroying it, he will turn him into a pulp.
Into what?
Pulp.
Oh. Like Pulp
Okay.
He
Fiction.
will fire
Okay.
his biggest ball yet. Or globe, technically.
All right. Well, okay. You know that even though these constructs are often made in the shape of animals, they don't necessarily behave like them.
Weird.
They often have some kind of instructions.
This is animal-like behavior, this whole forming basically a caravan. Defensive structure. I don't know, when I think construct with instructions, I'm usually like, okay, they hang out near a building, or they do something that looks like instructions instead of just chilling.
Well, these are the chilliest snakes we've seen so far. You could be chilling.
Okay, so since presumably they have been moving in a direction for a while, if they are here now,
Mm-hmm.
and they are moving away from us,
Yep.
I would like to see what they left in their wake. Like, what is the area they moved through? Like, did they leave much distraction behind them, or did they pass? Actually,
Did
I
they
didn't
leave a nice
hear.
asphalted road where they went?
I didn't hear what happened to the deer because I got interrupted. Sorry.
Run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run away. It's to run away too quickly, and it's still rainy, so you didn't see if anything else happened to it.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, still, I want to see if they killed any animals on their way or anything.
All right.
No, it doesn't look like they need to eat, but
Give me a
Yeah, but
wisdom to kind of circle up behind them and see what kind of wake they left behind.
boxcars again, really?
Hey, nice. Okay. Yeah, you make your way back there expertly and see that they have left quite. They have left quite a bit of furrows behind them. They are made of stone, so there's this kind of the ruined landscape, bushes torn up, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And also a few blackened bones.
Blackened.
They are also ground up pretty badly, so you can't exactly tell what they were before.
Oh no.
Just these blackened bone shards.
Well, I'm very convinced now that we do not want to get in their way. Let's just move on and be happy that they didn't notice us.
that's fair enough. I agree with that.
I guess also with
Bergson,
that,
what do you think?
you are you kind of. I guess with that you can also get a bit closer to the snakes and notice that there are some slight differences between them. Like there are
Oh,
different kinds of snakes among them, and also sometimes the ones in the middle sometimes connect with each other, like they
Ugh.
click together.
They can form a
Like-
single mega snake.
Like head to tail or side to side?
Side to side, head to tail. They are
so their
These are-
segments are
They're
interchangeable.
transmorphers.
They're forming a giant puzzle.
Or a big ball and they're just gonna roll to people.
Eh,
Indiana Jones.
That's
Well,
why he
it-
really hates snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
so yeah. If you want to evade the snakes, you can, since they are not
yeah.
coming for you right now, unless you decide to attack them.
Since they left like this obvious faraway trail, we could follow it away from them as long as it is on our way towards our goal,
Yeah.
and
I
see
guess-
if they left anything else in their wake. Like maybe one of them fell to some other ogre or whatever large threat. Like
Oh,
it's not like it's only us that meets this kind of problem. So if they met a problem, maybe they left one of their own broken or something
okay.
like that. We could
If-
spend like a little while following their previous path, at least.
All right. Well, this was first day out in the wilds. Let's. Oh, yes. As this was a 1 day lasting venture 4. And this took 1 day. That one hex travel. So, are you settling down a camp somewhere, presumably away from the snakes for now?
Away from the snakes, somewhere on some sort of elevation, like a hill or something, so that we can see them approaching.
I mean,
just in case.
presumably the snakes are still moving in a direction, so they're just going to move away from us if we are not heading the same way.
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
not
what-
the same group.
Oh,
Maybe
all
there's
right.
more than one group. So
Right.
it would be prudent for us to actually be on the
Yeah.
lookout for more.
I mean, what time in the day did we meet the snake sand? Because presumably it doesn't have to be like camping time just yet.
What day of time would this be? It would be kind of starting to approach evening.
Mhm.
Okay.
Venturing
Well-
forth takes good part of a day, and then you have been just observing them here for a little while, for some time,
Yeah.
actually.
So
Looking
I
at them.
suggest we take like a little while, as long as it's still kind of bright out, to like move along the snake's trail and investigate what they left in their wake for a
Ooh,
like
yeah.
half an hour or so, if we've got that much time. Then I guess we could.
I mean, wherever they came from, it's got to be interesting.
Okay.
I mean, if they have been moving for days, then we are not going to get all the way to their source. But
Unless it's on the way that we are going.
yeah,
Okay.
so I guess just do a little bit of investigation today, then camp out for the night and
Keep going tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So you're following the following the snake trail back.
yeah, is this still under my wisdom roll or is it?
Sure. I guess yeah. That you did roll a double
this-
box cast for me, so that's.
Because that's
okay.
what I wanted to do with my roll. Check out the wake of the snakes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. With that roll, you do actually find a bit of snake, stone snake,
Oh,
just kind of shaded, like almost like a
Seth
snake
is
would.
excited.
is the inside like a mussel or an oyster? Like it's hard on the outside, but there's soft, squishy meat on the inside.
Unfortunately, no. This thing looks to be stone all the way through.
Oh,
Okay, so the snakes we saw had like side lights. So does this like shed segment or whatever have something on its side that would suggest that?
Yeah, they are this kind of like
Okay.
the way I kind of imagine it are these round depressions in some of the scales on the side,
Huh.
and they
Are they like painted on, or are they separate objects?
Maybe they could be set gemstones. Maybe.
Maybe.
yeah,
I'd
they
keep one just for, as a trinket or as a light source.
well, they're not shedding light. Still hearing that occasional echo. Yeah, the piece that you find is not shedding light, but there is some kind of crystal or something set into the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a potentially shiny thing. We should keep it.
So you have found a chunk of stone snake.
How much does it weigh?
I'm going to say nothing.
So these crystals don't really weigh much, and
I mean,
That is-
even the entire chunk of stone, that's one segment of this, or presumably one segment.
Well,
if somebody wears those on both sides, we can pass for a snake. There you go. We can infiltrate them now. Just
Well, no, it's
strap them to the sides of my head like an idiot sandwich.
Well, for now we only have one, so we can wear it as a hat.
It's more like a fish-sized chunk.
But if we found a segment, then there's probably two, one on each side.
You might be thinking of segments in a different way here.
Hmm.
I'm picturing this kind of almost roundish chunk of snake.
I'm thinking that these snakes are made of like slices, and we just found one slice.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
Like this almost like roundish piece that has a crack in it, which is why it might have been a shed. There's there's these crystals on the side, and the middle bit seems to have this kind of also have this kind of crystalline, almost like spine going through it.
Well, there's a lot of crystally shiny bits. That's going to be worth a bit to whoever, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we've vandalized the precious historical artifact.
We
the shiny
haven't.
bit.
We are going to sell this entire artifact to whoever wants it. And they can vandalize it at will.
Can you imagine we just show up to the village, knock on the gates, and it's like point in the distance, like, we want to sell you this swarm of snakes. It's gonna
Well,
be here
not-
in like 5 minutes, so
Well, not their swarming. I imagine the village. Well, the village. Phoenix is more of a like little town. Maybe it has some practitioner of magic that could tell us more about the stone slice, but
hmm.
Hmm. And are you showing this thing around to to everyone? This stone chunk, snake
yeah,
chunk.
sure. Of course, everyone should know about it.
We probably shouldn't show it off to just everybody. We should probably find an appraiser or like a
well,
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
shop.
I was meaning the three of you here.
Oh, yes.
then absolutely yes.
What are they gonna do? Steal it?
Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Brixim.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this thing, you think there might you or someone like you might be able to use this as a like a spell component.
A what?
Oh. Is it used up in the spell, or is it just an item that serves like as a catalyst?
Spell components are one use. They are
Hmm.
burned out when they are used.
What does it do to use a spell component?
Oh, it gives you one extra power point.
Neat.
They are listed in the
We're doing presentations now.
they are listed in the basic rules marketplace under specialty items. Spell component.
Well, so I guess that would be like a rudimentary use for it. If we...
Yeah.
I guess...
Like
Let's
it
take a look.
Is it possible for us to make it shine somehow? Like it does on the snakes? Maybe it's using some magic.
well, the way I will if you were a bunch of modern day folks, I will describe the centipede as kind of looking like optical wiring.
Oh, that's awesome. So you shine
But
a light at the one end and it comes out of the other.
yeah, through the sides. But to a bunch of medieval folks, it looks like crystal.
Hmm.
Heck,
So this is so Google has finally decided to give us good optical internet in this wilderness, and we're stealing the parts of it.
Well, it's not really much of a... I mean, if the snakes left behind an entire line of this crystal, then maybe it could be used to send messages, but... I mean, who knows? Maybe these snakes send messages. Like,
Mm.
who would even send a message via a herd of snakes?
Who knows what the purpose of these things is anymore?
Yeah. Like, for now, we found a shiny thing that we might be able to sell in the future.
Yay.
And the precursors were probably using it to send cat memes.
Yeah, like the entire snake probably like lit up its eyes and a hologram appeared. The hologram was of a cat.
Hot sick memes.
A
And the
hologram.
cat.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
All right. Found a chunk of snake, and you have evaded the snakies, stone snakies.
And the hologram was of a cat doing this.
Oh yeah, and you also found some valuable lumber around here.
Oh?
Oh, the lumber was even a bit further back, if I recall.
Yeah, It's back where you first encountered the snakes. Like as you were approaching that point, you notice that the woods around here will be valuable to craftsmen.
Yeah. It's good because, like, if they can carve bone, they can probably carve wood as well.
Yeah, that's what kind of drew your attention. This like very whitish wood.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so I guess now that we've followed the trail for a while and even found this chunk of snake, it's time to find a nice elevated spot to camp out, especially since it's getting late.
Yep. You are
Preferably under a tree so that we don't get rained on, and maybe we can hang our wet stuff from the branches and
yeah, you can find some kind of probably set up some kind of shelter on top of a hill.
hey,
All right, we proceed to make camp. When you settle into rest, criminal activations thing, choose one member of the party to manage provisions.
want to do that, Kamal?
I'm sorry. Once I'm done with a coughing fit, yeah, sure.
Cough on all
Alright.
of the foods.
I am momentarily incapacitated. I looked up and I got a bunch of water in my mouth, and now I'm coughing uncontrollably. Just assume that I'm for the next couple of minutes. I'm just not available.
All right, well, manage provisions. When you prepare and distribute food for the party, roll a plus int. So, an intelligence roll. Do you manage the party's food supply?
I would not trust myself to do that, but I could. Click.
I mean, for now, I guess we are just sorting this out ourselves.
Well, just in case, if you need me for comedic purposes.
Ooh.
I'm not very good at managing food. I keep seeing sad Safi that is always hungry, and I just keep measuring portions in the wrong way for him.
Yeah.
The sad bearded man.
Yes.
Next time, let's just let Brixton do it, even if he decides to have all of them to himself.
Yeah, he yeah, Como kind of prepares too much food, and also makes a few of the kind of bad cuts on stuff. So
Oh, no.
each of you used one extra ration this time.
But at the very least, we get a good big meal.
Oh yeah, you are stuffed full.
Speaking of which, I have a perfect image for this. Haven't even shown one, and you're already having a good time.
Very good. Okay.
Man, Gordon Ramsay has giant hands.
Idiot sandwich. Chill sandwich.
No, it's just the perspective.
Still, it just looks like they're huge. So yeah, each of you you lose one extra ration because of Como decided to set up a feast for you this day.
Yeah,
We're gonna
We should forage.
starve out here at this rate.
we should forage tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, and are you setting up a watch?
Yes. Since I screwed up the supper, I'll be first.
Alright. Who's second?
Me?
Okay. Bricks in third.
Milk.
Let us see. Stay sharp. Okay. Uri, give me a luck roll.
A luck roll. Okay.
I
Eh?
a quick question too on an unrelated topic. The luck changes that we've used up the points if we've used them up. Are these permanent or are there means of restoring?
You get one
Them.
per level up, and that's it.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So
Yep.
would rolling for luck mean that you get -1 point or something?
No. The only time you lose attributes is when you are told to burn some.
Okay.
Just rolling doesn't cost you. Only if the move says you lose points.
Okay.
And you can just use luck points to boost the roll. So you can for any roll you can choose to burn luck to increase that roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wiesz co,
Nie.
szykujemy się do sprzątania teraz i idziemy od razu potem wozić drewno.
Nie.
Szybko, co nie?
Brixham,
To co?
why are you so grumpy?
Nie, ja to wygrałem.
Why is Brixham so grumpy today?
I don't know. I don't feel grumpy.
Okay. And it doesn't. Let's see. Okay. So while Uri is keeping watch this night,
Yeah.
you notice nearby, like you set up this campsite on a hill. On a hill, there's some woods, and while you are kind of patrolling around, you suddenly notice that they're hidden amongst the trees. There's a kind of this archway of bluish stone.
Fascinating.
A freestanding archway.
Just an
That-
archway. Not
Just
even
an
leading
archway?
to
Uri, you were saying?
not even leading to anything past it. Like,
Nope, just a freestanding archway. Kind of seems to be like the woods kind of grew around it.
It just stands there menacingly.
well, that's something that they managed to notice at night. Okay, good. I could even notice that it's blue at night. Very good
It's-
night vision of me.
It's slightly glowing, or maybe you can see that in the lights of the campfire. It looks
Yeah.
bluish.
Yeah. I guess the way like you have your campsite and you kind of just lit up a like a branch or something and kind of using it as a short-lived torch.
Yeah. Well, that's something to check out in the morning. For now, I'm just going to make note of it, and it shouldn't disappear until tomorrow. Hopefully.
Unless it
Yeah.
does.
Well, if
Yeah,
it does, it will be a missed opportunity of me.
Oh,
Okay. Well, you have a otherwise an uneventful night, restful. If you had lost any points except luck points, you can heal 1 plus Constitution. I don't think if you have lost anything. So
We haven't got injured yet. Yes.
so that's that's how much you heal on it while journeying is 1 plus con.
Wow.
Con modifier. Okay, fair enough.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, that doesn't like anytime there's like something says you can heal points, it doesn't apply to luck. Luck only restores at level up, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you wake up. Brixim, you had your last watch. Did Yuri inform Brixim about the portal?
I just wait until the morning to do it because after my watch is done, I'm just like, yeah, okay, and go for my short nap. Taking middle watch is awful because you get
Yeah.
2 short naps.
Yeah, it is indeed. Remember, do you remember that? Okay, so you're all awake, enjoying a breakfast because there's still food left
Yes.
from
Nice.
last night's feast.
Okay.
Hopefully, we didn't attract any ogres this time.
Okay, so now that it's kind of daylight or at least dawnlight,
But we're not
then
eating, so.
then I point at the archway that is nearby and, hey guys, look, we happen to camp out near this.
Oh wow!
What?
Just the
What?
archway. Just a reaction to the archway.
Oh. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
something
it's
neat.
yeah, it's this made of this odd bluish stone and that has this kind of sinuous look to it.
Sinuous.
Yeah, like it was grown from the ground
Sort of
rather
like
than
archway.
constructed.
So not
Is it in any way resembling the material that the snakes were made out of?
Somewhat, yes.
now that we can take a closer look, is there any writing on it?
There's writing on the wall.
Is
It
there
is
any
just a
writing?
song. Don't listen to me.
Give me a know something roll. So intelligence.
Okay.
Should everybody do that?
Just one.
Well, we're all taking a look at the thing, I suppose.
I mean, if there is any writing on it, I would suggest breaks and try to read it because
Okay.
wizards tend to know languages from their spellbooks.
Ooh.
That's classist. You're prejudiced towards mages.
Would Brixim know any ancient languages?
I mean, considering that he wants to find ancient recipes, I imagine that he knows, like, some words so he can decipher things.
Okay, that could make sense. Yeah, you after careful examination of this thing, you do discern that there is something written on it. More just says travel.
Oh.
Very simple. Like not terribly
Just
helpful.
one word.
Yeah. For travel.
Well. It sounds like a great place to go places.
In these sneaky letters.
Okay.
Does any one of us maybe recognize any particular any structures that resemble this from anywhere else?
Well, you have heard tales of the buildings that the lizard men build in ages past.
Okay, I'm going to do science. pick up a rock or something from the ground and toss it through the archway.
No, that by itself doesn't do it. But, Brixim, as you are an elf, and I'm guessing you kind of get hands-on while examining this thing, you can tell
Yes.
that there is magic in this.
I could try and invoke voracious knowledge for this one.
Ooh.
Before, well, just a thought. When you look through it, does the scenery behind this gate differ from the scenery around it?
No, you can see
I can see the same landmarks both when I look past it and through it.
Well, yes, landmarks in this case being trees. It is
Mhm.
surrounded by trees.
Well, yeah, just find a tree that I can recognize, then just like
Walk
take a
around it.
couple steps to the side, yeah,
Oh.
and see if
Yeah.
I can see this in trees, or if I can see my team, well, my friends, around it and through it.
Yep. You can see through it. If there is something to it, it isn't active right now.
Okay, good. I don't want to end up on a different planet. Would I even know what a planet is?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Stuck.
I wouldn't want to end up in hell or something spooky. I would love
Okay.
to end up with a brothel or something. That would be nice. But it doesn't look like there are any girls on the other side of this.
No.
No, just two kind of weather-beaten dudes.
Yes.
Mhm. So, Brixim, are you going to cast a spell?
I will cast a spell. Voracious knowledge.
Okay.
I have 5
What?
base power.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend 2 on the effect.
So-
and 1 on the area of effect so I can actually touch the thing.
Before doing all of that, what do you want to do with the spell? What kind of effect?
I just want to know something about it. Like maybe its history, maybe how it was used. Like try to scry into its past and take a bite out of it.
At least give it a leg.
We just stand there baffled, watch as
It just takes a bite out of it. Hop.
Brixham is chewing on the gate.
Hey, in Divinity, elves eat eat people to learn their memories too. It's
Yes, well, they just leak a person. Like Divinity 2 is just a ridiculously funny game because in a tutorial, the elf says like, "Can I lick your arm?" And then they lick your arm, and then they say that you've been masturbating about your past partner. It's like Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
it's one way to open your game.
Yes, it's pretty fun, and you can be an elf yourself, and you can do that. You can lick people's arms and find out disgusting things about them.
It's gonna go around licking people. I mean, Brixham might collect people's tastes.
Yes.
All right. Well, cast use. Oh, is that 13? No, was before, I think.
That was before, yes. Let's see. It is. I spent 3 power points, so I got 2 left for this one on top of my int. So that's 2d6 plus 5. Oh, that's 2d5. No, I want this. Okay. Oh, thank goodness.
All right, goes through perfectly. Let me check something.
At least I can never get disaster or disruption. Whew.
Is it like wild magic or something?
I'll show you what I got. I got this little sheet of like if you roll any of these numbers, things go horribly wrong, and 3 is awesome.
Oh. Incursion. You forget it, and some annoying, troublesome, and dangerous arcane force is released into this world. So it's like you roll a 3 and you create Facebook.
Yeah, but the only way to roll a 3 or less is you have an int modifier that isn't 1, which you probably have an int modifier that's at least 1 if you're going to be casting spells.
Well, my modifier is -2, so.
But you're not casting spells.
I could be. Oh, that reminds me. There is this little game, Ancient Domains of Mystery, that is basically roguelike and text based. If your skill with magic is bad, um, then scrolls and magical books tend to explode when you read them because you suck so much. Also, if you're an orc, they just have an innate chance to explode because orcs get a penalty.
Okay. Okay. To the rest of you, you see Brixim make. How do you cast your spells? Like, is there a lot of hand waving and word shouting, or
I
There's a
like to
full
imagine that he
magical
does like arcane looking gestures, kind of like sort of like Tai Chi or something like that. Like he does
Sailor
face
Moon
gestures.
transformation.
Then he says the name of the spell, and because he has to use his tongue to lick the thing, because it's voracious knowledge, he slides his hand over his tongue and
Ew.
yeah, you.
he could just use his
Brixim-
hand, but he thinks it's funny.
So you find it funny that you creep everybody out.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, in the other group there was a wizard who had what was it? Something transforming or something bile.
You.
He used it a lot for healing. Yeah. Like, this is nothing compared to Python. Ugh. Okay, so yeah. Brixim chant some words, make some gestures, and then just gets his mouth all over the place.
I have an image for this.
Oh no.
I'm gonna. Yes.
So, after a while, tasting, absorbing knowledge,
You just can't
yeah,
take it.
you get a feeling that there is some kind of keystone attached to this thing somewhere in the world, and you also get a taste of just bog water.
What water?
Yikes. Bog water.
Yeah,
Probably's got a bunch of parasites in it. Ugh.
Whoever made this did
Yeah.
not consider the olfactory experience of his design.
yeah, get this.
I shared the knowledge that I've accumulated with the party.
What year it is today? It's for comedic effect. I mean, year in game.
We don't even have like a starting date to work off of. So.
Well, just a rough estimate.
Two.
I don't really haven't considered that. So, what year do you want it to be?
Well, it could be something weird like the Japanese do with the, the current year is the age of the emperor or something.
This many.
Let's see.
Anyway, this is Brixham consuming knowledge from the archway.
It's the most efficient way to do it.
Let's see. Okay, so it's. How did the Japanese naming thing go? The year naming thing go? Like the second year of something or something?
Oh yeah, like every dynasty has its
own calendar, basically.
I mean, this
It's
many
year-
years since the dynasty started.
That's probably like
okay.
year 79 of the Blood dynasty.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
Meiji.
this is the second year of the reign of Otto.
Nice.
The rain of auto. It's
Sure.
been raining after all.
Because I had this idea that the civilization that is mostly of the map is kind of German, maybe? They use that as a naming system for the NPCs. I don't know.
Duncan, Duncan.
Oh my god! As I was typing this, I immediately forgot the year. What year was it?
2nd of something.
Second.
Second year of Otto's reign.
Oh, alright. Okay.
Emperor Otto the First.
How about that?
Colorized, of course,
Color. Yes.
because they always include that part. But yes, we must find the keystone. Then we can rev the engine and watch it stall a whole bunch.
Yeah, you think you got a taste of the endpoint there?
Ooh. It might go
It
to a
tastes-
bog, or there's an intermediate pole or connection somewhere in a bog, but blech. I imagine that Brixham, after explaining this, realizes just how gross it is and he just starts washing it out.
Well, yes, you don't know who licked it before you.
That's
No
true.
one, probably.
Well,
Leaving
I don't know.
licks
Maybe
are-
it was like a bunch of lizards. I don't know.
Would he actually have like some bog water on his tongue or something, or is it just the taste that he gets, like just the sensation?
Just the
No, I just-
taste.
Okay.
It just tastes
From the-
disgusting.
from making
Excuse me for a moment. I should
What?
check on real life.
Okay, take your time.
Excuse you.
Yep, you get the taste of bog water with maybe a hint of whiskey on it.
Whiskey.
It's
What would
just
there
the
be
other
whiskey
gateway
in
is just
alcohol?
in somewhere. It was just this grumpy old hermit. He's like, "What the hell are you doing in my house?"
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the taste from the other side of that door. Maybe it just leads to someone's cellar.
Mm-hmm. Bogey cellar.
Welcome back. What's up? Is everything okay? That was a very wistful
Yeah, it
sigh.
turns out that my family has made plans that they did not really discuss with me much, and so it seems that they have to go do something.
Oh.
So, do we mind cutting this session short early, or can you
It's
guys
been 2
go
hours
on?
technically.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we can. This is
it's
a
okay.
kind of this first incursion. It can be a bit slow, yeah. Still working on it.
I found a perfect explanation why I overcooked so much food. Because we missed on a meal, and I worry about people.
I mean, that's reasonable, yeah.
So yeah, we can cut this thing short here. And are you in a terrible hurry?
No, not really, no.
Okay, so we can quickly go through the end of session wrap up move.
Yeah.
It won't be much because yeah, we didn't do much horribly, but sure. Okay, Sapphire goal.
Have I worked on my goals?
Yes.
Technically, not really.
Yeah, as I said, this is going to go pretty fastly. Como goal. Have you decided on a goal?
I'm sorry, what?
Decided on a
Goal.
Oh. This is... I probably shouldn't really doing this. What I would do probably is to prove someone wrong. That one was interesting.
Oh, Interesting.
I mean, you got a
Alright.
smartass on the team, so couldn't be better.
Yeah, except that I'm an idiot and I probably accepted a bet without knowing.
Okay, so your goal is to prove someone wrong.
Well, it probably was really boring. It's probably a bunch of inbreeding and, inter-family marriage for my enemy's answer. I mean, a question.
I just
Ah.
realized the idea that I could use Unia's globe of iron to just put myself in a ball of iron and roll down a hill.
Well, that's... Do you know that... Okay,
Times the goal.
so in Elder Scrolls games, generally, when you have paralysis applied to you, you don't
Oh,
really
yes.
take damage. So there are usually in every game some means of applying paralysis to you, like, for example, eating a specific fruit or grass that paralyzes you. So what happens is that if you are at the top of the mountain, you just make a running start, and as you start falling, you just eat a piece of poisonous grass or something, get paralyzed, and then you just roll down the side of the mountain. And you don't die because you don't get any damage done to you because you get damage reduced from fall damage from being paralyzed.
Oh yeah. That thing. I've seen videos of that. You can get
The rolling
far
ball of iron sounds much better. It's like, here's a castle. You just climb up the nearest mountain and you just roll down the mountain and break through the gates.
I mean, I would prefer that in that scenario to make a ball in which I am personally not inside of, but
Ooh, yeah, there's no real talk of padding in that scenario. Okay, Uri, goal.
Well, my goal is to make someone acknowledge the effort I've put forth, and so I don't think my scouting was really recognized, so we didn't manage to avoid the snakes or
I mean, if you
like
pointed out the whole tree thing, Brixham would probably
the
be
tree
like, "Yeah,
thing and the archway. I found it, and the snakes, I scouted them ahead, so
Well,
we didn't.
in
just-
that case, yes, Brixham probably would have been like, yeah, because he does treat people with respect. So if you did
Well,
something cool, you
then-
get a pat in the back from him.
He's drinking the respect people juice.
Okay. You can get the
Then-
goal. You can get the goal point.
Yay!
So do I mark an XP or what?
Yeah. Mark XP.
Okay.
Did
Three.
Safi and I
Nice.
get any?
No, I don't think so.
You didn't prove
Sapphire
anyone
said-
wrong.
Yeah,
Mm.
had to prove someone wrong, and Sephi has to.
I have to
Find
overcome
the-
with magic, act according to my traits, or find recipes and foodstuffs.
Yeah, the goal stuff is the find recipe stuff. Okay,
And technically,
then
learning of the thing is not a challenge that I overcame. So
traits. If you fulfilled at least one trait in a memorable way, mark XP. Sapphire.
I don't think so. I've not particularly been explicitly just gluttonous or respectful.
Yeah, you should have maybe pressed more to be the one who prepares the lunches.
Maybe he's already learned that mistake on another trip.
And Como.
Yes.
Have you fulfilled a trait in a memorable way?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Perform a what?
A trait
A
in a
trait.
memorable way.
Trait.
I haven't really proven anyone wrong. Oh, wait, yes, I did, actually. I said,
That's
remember when it was raining and everybody was hiding in the dirt? And I said, like, you should have brought cloaks.
But we're talking about traits, not your goals.
Well, yes, but I'm just thinking back.
I do
Well,
agree that though you did prove people wrong.
So, yeah, you can get the goal point.
Well,
Yeah,
I have been actually pretty cautious so far. We didn't attack the ogre or the snakes, but we did investigate. So I suppose daring would be that, but I also overcooked and I screwed up a supper and also costed us a supper. So I was probably wallowing in self-pity a lot.
No.
By the way, you should have a third trait.
Should I? I was only assigned 2.
Yeah, that's an artifact of the of the old character creation
Yeah.
process.
And your alignment usually dictates exactly. Oh, actually, if you're neutral, you could have 2.
Yeah, that's why he kind of rolled a neutral. But with the new thing, you can pick a third trait.
Well, it's a
Yes.
second trait and 1 vice, basically.
No, like the traits are either virtues or vices, and you can get that.
Oh,
You
either
can
or.
you can pick your
Okay, can I
third
see
one.
the list
Can
of...
be
I can show you
they
the
are-
list right now,
Okay,
behind the
please do.
basic rules.
or you can roll it. There's a roll button for it somewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
If you go
Was
to
it
the
roll 1 of 12? 1d12, I mean.
It's a 1d100.
no.
1d
Uh,
what?
100.
If you go to the macros in the collection tab, there's a trait generator you can click.
In where? In collection?
Yeah,
Collection, gear
Yeah, that's-
generator, trade
yeah.
generator. There you go. Click.
And then it asks you whether you want a virtue or vice, I believe.
Kind.
Yay! I fed everybody. I gave everybody extra
You
rations.
overfed, and I'm sure that's pretty kind to the guy who likes to eat, who has also been grumpy
Yes.
after the whole wet thing.
okay.
Now you are in a better mood.
Yay.
Wow, my character is shaping up like a very depressed person,
Oof.
Same.
which is also accurate to what I am. So there's that.
Accurate to the movie.
It's accurate to the
Well-
real me, which increases the player engagement and everything. So that's good.
Well,
I need to
this
get
is
into character more though.
yeah. Well, this is the first session. We can still getting used to holding.
What's everyone's experience?
-3.
Oh yeah, Como, you should have
Yes.
at least 2 points by now. in
Of
XP.
experience.
Yeah.
So I should just click this thing in the
No,
giant
you can just
chest.
click the furthest one. It automatically fills with the previous ones.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, cool,
Yes.
amazing chest ahead. Try wielding with 2 hands.
Yeah, it's a nice system. And Uri, traits. Have you fulfilled any traits in a memorable way?
So my traits are honorable and patient and gregarious, which apparently means like sociable and intruding into conversations, which I'm not entirely sure.
Fond
Well,
of
you are in a group of people.
sociable.
Yeah, and like honorable and patient seems to me like a kind of self-effacing combination, and so
Gregarious, adjective. Growing in open clusters or in pure associations. Are you growing in clusters? Living in flocks or loosely organized communities.
very funny.
These fish are small and gregarious. In the wild, trees are usually gregarious plants.
Como, cut it out.
What?
Oh, I am laughing.
I'm just being silly. Sorry if I've offended.
Offended? No.
Okay, so, well, you are honorable and patient.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going to be testing your patience so much.
like, I didn't complain about the wet
licking
stuff and
things.
so on, and just took the situation in stride, even taking middle watch, which is the Saki one.
Oof, yeah.
But I'm not sure if this counts as honorable or patient. It's just like,
Could be a mix of both. I'd give
okay,
you a,
well, you'll decide if it's sufficient.
yeah, I'll give you a point.
Yay.
Hey, fourth one.
3. 3 point. And then, if you're a fighter, mark XP if you defeated a foe in battle. No battle, so automatically no. Cleric. Mark XP if you fulfill the tenet of your deity.
What are your tenants anyway?
My deity's tenet is the promote survival and well-being of settlements. So that won't really come up until we get back to town, I guess.
Yeah, that's slightly can be a bit difficult out in the wilds.
I mean,
Maybe
if I find something in the wilds, like if I warn when I warn the town about the snakes,
And
maybe.
the trees. I'd say those two things would count as one.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll be for later, and I guess I could have you encounter some settlements out here. That would be something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Magic user. Mark XP if you solved a problem with magic.
I didn't solve a problem.
You ate a rock. Whenever we find one of those snakes, we'll have to cast that spell again.
What, you want me to lick a snake?
Yes.
You are allowed to lick the chunk of snake we found.
Oh yes, we do have a crystal.
Well, that's for later, I suspect.
We're gonna wash it. Don't worry.
And don't forget to as a tip, man, put like the discovery thing in like your inventory so that you know you have it. Or have a notes tab or something.
Well, there is a note thing next to the heritage.
Ooh. Ah. I didn't see it. It was too far to the right.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with this chapter sheet. It is very wide.
Real wide. It's mostly because of the level 10 thing and the part about the playbook.
Yeah.
How much XP is level 10? Let's see. 10, 55. Jesus.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my inventory, I guess.
Okay. So that was magic user. Then answer the following questions as a group. For each yes answer, everyone marks XP.
Whoa.
Did we make an exciting discovery?
We found snakes at a cool gate, I guess.
Yeah, at least one cool discovery.
Yeah, you have made discoveries. Also boned.
I got a point. Sweet.
So we had a point to that. Okay.
Yes, everyone gets a discovery point.
Nice.
Did we overcome a difficult obstacle?
We evaded difficult obstacles, so no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we acquire some memorable booty?
Booty?
Loot. I mean,
Well,
all
there
we
was
found
that
the
one.
snake thing,
There
so-
was that one waitress in the inn.
Como.
She had a memorable booty.
Como.
Oof. Well,
Well,
you
we
did-
found these snake rock, I suppose. So that would be
Snake Rock, and there's the portal.
Sweet.
More of a discovery than loot, but still. You have just been out for a couple of days and you already found some kind of sneaky artifact. So I guess yes to the booty.
Yay.
You get a booty point.
Let's play the
I would
butt
say that
bongos.
booty was actually 8 points out of 10, but okay. It's a joke.
I have 2 experience points. Woo.
I have 4 apparently.
Oh yeah, and every time you roll a 6 or less, you also get an experience point.
So for Como, that's 2 for rolling. No, 3 for rolling below. There's your discovery point, so that's at least 5.
Oh my god. Well, that actually leads me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 points in total.
Whoa.
Okay, let's see. I had rolls of an int roll and a dex roll, like for the hide and for something, I believe.
Yep.
So that's 2 more XPs.
Well, yeah, it
If you haven't
will be
marked them before.
Mm.
Have I?
Yeah, yeah. You should every time you fail a roll, you should immediately mark it, so we don't have to check up on them
Okay.
at the end of the session.
Ah.
Just
I mean, since you gave me the 1 forward for the hide roll, I believe I didn't actually fail. Like, it was a 7 in the end, so okay.
yeah, that increased to a 7.
Cheapers.
What was the int roll about, even?
That was to figure out the things about the ogre.
Ah,
Yep.
okay. Well, I
Hmm.
failed that one, and I don't believe I marked that one. I marked the previous roll for, like, the being a scout on the part where we met the ogre.
Mm.
Okay, so I have 7 points now.
Sophie, how many do you have?
How many of what do I have?
Experience points.
2.
Oh. You're so perfect you don't fail.
Yeah, you had to fail upwards in this system.
And participate.
Yeah, you kind of have to throw yourself at all kinds of situations, and maybe not all the time with your best stats. Had to go with your weaknesses, so you can fail more. Peculiar system.
Yep.
Okay, so how was this first session?
I need to get into it.
Fun.
It was fun. I usually get used to getting up this early so that I'm less sleepy during this session, but it was great anyway.
Yeah, that is a slight problem with the
I also
this
enjoy the
morning
ASMR
slot.
thing.
Huh?
I also enjoy the ASMR thing with the sounds of rain and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of thing with the whole morning session can be a bit sleepy.
Oh no.
I actually got up like earlier than usual, so I'm slightly more awake than usually at this time.
Yeah. Anyway, I should probably go, so if
Oh,
we are
yeah.
done with
Okay.
the after session checkup.
Bye bye,
be
everyone. Or at least say goodbye for
done.
the stream.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yes, bye all, and thanks for participating.
I didn't participate that much, but sure.
It's okay.